Well, good morning from David Crockett Birthplace State Park here, somewhere in East Tennessee, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's a really cool place. It's got everything from nature lovers to history buffs and everywhere in between. And so today I'm going to show you all around the campgrounds and the park itself, the river, the history, the wildflowers, the butterflies, all the cool stuff to do. So hopefully it'll help you make up your mind if this is a cool place for you to come and visit with your family. So let's get along with the tour. Our first category is natural beauty. Now the entire park sits alongside this river, which is normally blue, but it was brown for me because we had a massive storm that came through the night that I camped there. But you'll see birds flying over the river. Also alongside the river, you're gonna find this great walking trail that's very peaceful, very quiet, and you can see the river to your right. But probably the most beautiful thing at the park is this natural wildflower garden area. You will see thousands of butterflies. It is truly spectacular, and bright, beautiful natural flowers. So for natural beauty, I'm going to give this category a 7 out of 10. Next is campsite layouts. Now as you can see here, there are these small roads that run throughout the campground, and they have campsites on your left and on your right side. But the best part is that these are pull through, which means if you have an RV or camper, you just pull straight through. There's no backing up, anything like that. You can set up quickly and it's a breeze. You'll find all your normal hookups, and there's also some little communal areas with benches, and there's a deck overlooking the river, little fire pits and stuff throughout the campground, which is great for little communal areas. Additionally, there is a tent area, which is cheaper, but super nice, right next to the restrooms. And then this is right next to the river, a group camping area if you have like a church group or Boy Scout group. So I'm going to give campsite layout a 7 out of 10. Our next category is activities. This category counts for 20 points instead of the usual 10 because this is why you go to campgrounds, right? It's why you go to state parks. Well, you're going to find that they have a great little interactive and historic area there at the Welcome Center. Lots of cool interactive things, like a video thing you can watch about the historic significance of the area. There is a pool. It was closed when I was there, but they do have all your picnic tables and stuff like that. But probably the biggest attraction and activity at the park is its historical significance. So if you're interested in David Crockett, kind of pioneer times, they have all of these original buildings that were moved there and then some replicas as well. So for all the homesteaders out there and off-gridders, this would be a really cool place to come and visit. You'll also find plenty of spots to relax by the river, and while I was there, they also had some educational programs running. So it was a graduate student from a nearby university who was teaching people about the history and the culture of David Crockett, the area, and I thought it was super cool and interesting that they provided that. Additionally, there is a great boat ramp there at the river, but you cannot eat the fish or you might get sick and you might die. For more on that, check out the deep dive video. But they have all your normal activity stuff like picnic tables, playground, but probably the best thing in my opinion is this. The natural gardens with all of the flowers and butterflies was absolutely spectacular. So I'm going to give this category a 16 out of 20. Bathrooms were individual bathrooms, which I always like, so for this category, it gets a 7 out of 10. While the park is a little bit in the middle of nowhere, it is a beautiful, picturesque drive coming in. So I'm going to give this category a 5 out of 10. Part of the journey of going to a state park is the people that you meet, and I just have to give a shout out to the staff here at the Welcome Center. I talked to the park ranger, the campground host. Everyone that I talked to at the park was just awesome. So I'm going to give the staff an 8 out of 10. The camp store had all of your essentials, but you are very far from any town or city, so for nearby amenities, it gets a 4 out of 10. Staying at David Crockett Birthplace State Park really is just a blast to the past of pioneering America, and so for uniqueness, it gets a 7 out of 10. If you're tent camping, it costs $16. It's about $35 if you're RV camping, so it gets a 7 out of 10. But don't forget your 10% discount if you're a Tennessee resident. Put it all together, and David Crockett Birthplace State Park gets a 68 out of 100. Another one added to the collection. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more about this Tennessee State Park, then click on the link that's popping up right now for my deep dive, where I go into a lot more about all that the park has to offer. And please like and subscribe so you don't miss a single state park video as we visit all 57 here in the state of Tennessee. God bless you, and remember, God's creation is meant to be explored.